Hey guys, I'm Shenae Beech and welcome back to my channel. My first ever mommy confessional starts now. This one is all about why my child won't sleep anymore. As you can imagine, the struggle is real. I am vlogging all week long to share my struggle with all of you. And you know what would make this week a little bit sweeter? If you subscribe to my channel. You can just pause and do that now and then we'll get into the vlog. Chloe's been under the weather for a couple of days, which makes the challenging task of keeping her entertained at home that much more difficult. She's not like sick. She doesn't have a cold or a runny nose or a fever or anything like that. She's just been seeming very lethargic and irritable, and nothing keeps her entertained for more than 15 seconds, maybe 30 seconds at a stretch. And napping has gone completely out the window. Normally an hour and a half nap was a win for us, but lately she's been napping for like over 2 hours every time, and it's been great because her naps are really like the only windows that we get to get work done and do things for ourselves and stuff like that. In the past 2 days, napping has just been non-existent. And yesterday I made the mistake of completely giving in to her crying when I put her down for a nap, just because I haven't heard her cry when I put her down for a nap since she was a baby. Normally she's just like sucks her thumb, rolls over, is like super happy to be going for a nap. And to hear her just wailing, and now she can actually wail, "Ma, ma, ma," I couldn't handle it. And so I just went straight in there and I laid with her for like 5 minutes just on the floor, and then she wanted to get up. So I was like, okay, I'm just gonna get her up, get her out of her little sleep sack and just like play for half an hour, let her kind of roam around, whatever, and then we'll try again in half an hour. And we laid there together for a minute because I fell asleep with her on the floor. And then I kind of like came to and could tell she was out cold. So I was like, okay, this is my opportunity. Put her down in the crib. And as soon as I laid her down, her eyes just opened and she looked at me and she had this like quiver on her face and just immediately wailed, knowing that I was about to walk away. And I was just like, okay, I can't. So I got her back up. So she didn't nap at all yesterday. And that hasn't happened, I don't know, maybe ever. She was really seeming a lot more like herself today, like super energetic and bubbly and just hilarious. So I thought, okay, we're gonna be all good. And as soon as I walked out of the room, she started screaming again. I said mentally, like, I'm gonna give her 10 minutes and we'll see what happens. I'm not gonna leave her there for like half an hour screaming, obviously. And she fell asleep. Now she's all happy and peaceful. But damn, it's so hard to do that. Just sit there and listen to her crying. I go through a mental checklist in my head. I'm like, she's fine, she's safe, she's not in danger, she's not injured, she's not hurting in any way. Like, just to mentally reassure myself that I'm not a fucking awful human being. This is why it's important for me to do that kind of thing, because otherwise I would have gone in there and it would have been exactly like yesterday. Then you just create this freaking cycle that's so hard to break. I mean, I know all that, but with all that said, it's still not easy. So she's only napped for about half an hour. Another short nap today. At least there was somewhat of a nap, right? Silver lining. Here we are. One very cranky, disheveled baby who is super red-cheeked. So, taking her temperature. She doesn't have a fever, but something's up. Maybe a tooth? No. I always feel so bad when she's crying like that, and then I feel even worse because in my head I'm upset that she's upset, and I'm upset that I'm not gonna get that window of time to myself that I mentally really need. It sucks for everybody. Yeah, it sucks for everybody. Now she's gonna be tired and grumpy. It's only 1:45. So we've got like 6 hours before bed. At 18 months, it's really starting to hit me how important it is that I stay in touch and figure out who I am as an individual. Not just her mom, you know, the first year you're really in that mommy bubble. She's so much more independent now than when she was a little baby. I'm needing to figure out who I am as a strong, independent woman, as well as who I am as her mom, so that I can be the best mom for her and ultimately just be somebody that she looks up to. Right? I'm not gonna figure it out today. I'll tell you that much. Tomorrow's a better nap day, hey? We'll try again tomorrow. I thought we were in the clear, but I just heard a maybe that was wishful thinking. Another day, no nap. Woosah. I have the best husband in the world. He just took Bowie for a drive, throwing it back old school for car naps because she needs to sleep. It's been 4 days without a nap. And so he's taken her out in the car for a drive, hoping that she will fall asleep. And it gives me some time to feel somewhat productive, hopefully get a little bit of work done, maybe even catch up on a phone call with a girlfriend or something like that, feel remotely social. I'm not gonna waste any more minutes because every minute is so precious right now. It's nap time. I'm nervous, but I'm trying to shake that off so I don't pass along that nervous energy while I'm trying to put her down. She did nap in the car yesterday for like 40 minutes, which was something, but not something that I want to repeat today or set ourselves up to have to repeat over and over again in the future. So, cross your fingers for me. We got this, right, Bo? Do you hear that sweet sound? No. Oh. Silence. That's the first time she hasn't cried in 5 days. She's crying. Shut up. No, that was now she is. So I have a special friend joining me for the duration of Bowie's nap while I get some work done. Frankenstein, because she wouldn't stop barking at the door. I almost lost my shit. Oh, Frankie. I think we got a delivery dropped off and that just put her on edge. It's been 20 minutes. This kid is out cold. I am so happy. I can't express how happy I am right now. I'm gonna stop talking so I can actually make the most of this sweet, precious time. Moms, I know you feel me. That nap time is a beautiful thing. As you saw yesterday, we did get Bowie down for a nap without any tears. Almost back to normal, except she only napped for 40 minutes, which is not ideal. It's better than nothing. But I feel like we're slowly making more and more progress every day, and my fingers are crossed that today, day 6 of the no nap boycott, will maybe be the last one, and we'll actually get a normal good nap. Josh has been running her around in literal circles around the house for the last 20 minutes. So getting her exhausted and nap ready, hopefully. Are you ready for a nap? she's been asleep 7 minutes. 7 whole beautiful minutes. So we feel pretty confident that she's good to go for a while.
Yes, you do.
I do. I don't know that it'll be like normal nap time, but hopefully it's long enough for us to get a workout in. Josh is just showing off his mad boxing skills.
What? That's embarrassing, dude. Don't put that in there. That's weird. I was just tickling it.
We're gonna work out. Hopefully she doesn't wake up. So it's day 7. And I'm trying to hold this camera as far away from my face as physically possible because I look like absolute shit right now. And that is because today we had a 4:40 a.m. wake up call. That was the earliest she's woken up since she was tiny. And I think it's because she's not napping. They always say sleep begets sleep. And if your kid's not napping well, then they're not going to sleep as well at night, et cetera, et cetera. And I'm really starting to see the effects of that. Yesterday, she did go down for a nap. Like I said, we worked out and we started working out when she was asleep for about 8 minutes. And as soon as we were done, she woke up. So I think she got like a 40-minute nap in, which is, again, better than nothing, but obviously not good enough because she woke up so freaking early this morning and she's exhausted. So I just put her down a little bit earlier than her usual nap time. I put her down at like 12:45. Normally I put her down at around 1:15. My fingers are crossed, but I think it's time to like call in the reinforcements. So I'm gonna send an email to my friend and sleep consultant who helped us sleep train Bowie. Every time she's given me advice on what to do to get her to sleep and nap well, it's worked. So it's time to tap back into that resource. As a mom, it's important that you have a support system and a little tool belt to rely on in times like this. We want to be able to figure it all out for ourselves and handle it. And we should be able to cope and all that stuff, but we're really tired today. And I don't think we could do like a whole nother week like this. I don't think she could do a whole nother week like this. So I'm going to send that email. Maybe because she is so tired, she actually has a good nap today. And then maybe it'll just start us off on the right foot again. I'm not feeling particularly hopeful right now. I won't lie to you. Update. She woke up after half an hour and Josh went straight in. And now they're napping together on the floor, which is pretty freaking cute. Not ideal, but hey, you do what you gotta do. Pretty at a loss after a week of no good napping. I decided to reach out to the sleep consultant who helped us sleep train Bowie. And so she's gonna hop on the phone with me in a sec and hopefully help. A solution's coming, right, Bo? You're gonna be napping like a rock star before we know it. I'm not convinced. Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Is this an okay time?
Yeah, no, it's perfect.
So what is going on with this thing?
I don't know what's going on. Mother's Day, I think, was the last day that she slept so well. You know, I've been doing like morning meditations and working out and stuff. And I was like, well, I don't want to not be there when she wakes up. And it was also my anniversary. So I was like, I don't want to be there when not be there when Josh wakes up. So I better just wake up extra early so I can get everything done. And then, you know, come 6:30, which is usually the earliest she wakes up, I'll be done all of my stuff. And nobody woke up until after 7:30. So I was just like twiddling my thumbs like, okay, I've been awake for like hours already and nobody's awake. But that was like the last amazing sleep day. Then on Monday, she woke up from her nap like hysterically crying. I haven't seen her wake up like that ever. It was like a real bad nightmare or something. And when I got her up out of her crib, which I normally am the one who gets her up out of her crib, she was still inconsolable and just wanted to rush off. And so I was like, okay. So I quickly got her out of her sleep sack and she rushed straight into our bedroom to Josh and just clung to him and immediately calmed down. It was like she had a bad dream about him or something. Like it was weird. And And then she calmed down, and then from that day on, she fought naps completely for 4 days. And yesterday she woke up at 4:45 in the morning. Today she woke up a little bit later, like maybe 5 to 6 or something. And I'm just dreading nap time again. I think my niece stopped napping pretty early, but I also know that I have friends' kids who are 2.5 who still have solid naps every day. So
I mean, here's the thing. Given everything that's going on, sleep is taking a hit in so many homes.
okay.
Like, you're not alone on that. We're getting a lot of past clients are coming to us
Okay.
of all ages, right? Toddlers, babies, all ages, being like, what is happening?
Okay.
And there's probably a few things going on with Bowie. So one is, if we look at, okay, what situation we're in now, routines are off. Whether we think they are or not, because, parents are like, well, no, like, we're hitting our times and, things are consistent. But even still, it's probably it can be the smallest little thing that you don't even perhaps realize. That early morning is probably a result of the no sleep.
Okay.
The no sleep and then the later bed. I mean, when I say later bedtime, 7 is a later bedtime for a child who isn't napping at all during the day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or not napping well.
Yeah.
So that could be a repercussion of that. So let's get the naps to 1 to 3, we'll say the latest,
Okay.
right? Bedtime, let's move that back up to 6:30 for a couple of weeks.
Okay.
Nap strikes are very common. I don't think that she's ready to cut out naps. Like, I don't want you to take that route yet, and I know you're probably hearing that from a lot of people. And
Yeah.
it's not to say that, sure, some kids can go and drop naps that early, but it's very few and far between. I don't think that that's what's happening with her.
Yeah.
So even if she's not sleeping every day, I still want her to be happy and content and awake in her crib, because she still needs that quiet time, and you guys still need that quiet time.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You need her to have that quiet time. So
Yeah.
I still want you to encourage those consistent naps daily, whether she's taking them or not.
Okay.
Really try your hardest not to go in. Like, we know she's okay. We know she can do it. It's not like we're reteaching her the skills. She's got it.
Yeah.
We just now have to give her the opportunity of doing it.
Yeah.
Listen, even adults right now are taking a hit in sleep. It's just this time, it's affecting all of us.
Alrighty. Have a good rest of your day. Thank you. I already feel so much better. It's been an hour and 15 minutes since I put Bowie down. She woke up after 45 minutes and she's called out for me, but she has not been crying or hysterical or upset or anything like that, just calling for me to come and get her up, and then she lays back down for a little while. A lot of the sleep consultants said I should be aiming for like 1.5 to 2 hours is like a sufficient nap. So it's been an hour and 15 minutes. I'm caving. It's nap time. That went really well, which is awesome. But I'm still really nervous because yesterday, again, she only napped for 40 minutes, even though I put her down like at 1 on the dot, like Alana said. And then I put her down a little bit early last night per Lana's recommendation. And she was crying as soon as I left the room. I let her cry for a while because I was like, she knows how to go to sleep. She hasn't cried like when I've put her down to sleep at nighttime in almost a year, probably. I obviously went in because I just I couldn't stomach it. I felt awful for her. So I went in, I laid with her for probably like half an hour, and she would almost doze off, and then she'd be like get all excited again and be like calling for Frankie, and I was like, no, it's bedtime, baby, and she'd calm down again. So this happened for 30 minutes. Anyway, the moral of the story is I eventually just put her back down while she was awake, and she cried a little bit for like 5 minutes, and then she fell asleep. But that was at like 8:15 almost, which is way later than her bedtime normally. So I tried to put her down earlier, and she ended up being awake way later and crying for the first time in almost a year. So I don't know, guys. I'm feeling pretty at a loss on this subject right now. It's been over a week, and I just don't think we're making any progress here. I've been filming this video for like over a week and I don't think I'm gonna have a solution to share, but maybe you guys can give me some peer advice instead. Well, that was much better. To update you, yesterday she did better. She napped for half an hour, woke up and cried for a minute or two, and then fell back asleep for another 45 minutes, which to me was a major win. And then this morning, she actually woke up at like 4:45 again, cried for a little bit on and off, but I didn't go get her. And she fell back asleep until 6, which is a much more normal wake up time for her. So I feel like we may have actually turned a corner because she just napped for an entire hour. An hour without waking up, without any crying, nothing. So I'm gonna try and get her down to bed at 6:30 tonight and see if that helps with tomorrow. Even though I haven't found a solution, I'm not on the other side of this challenge just yet. I feel like we are making progress. And honestly, Alana always helps so much with all of our sleeping issues, and we haven't had any in so long because her advice just did the trick early on with Bowie. But I think the greatest piece of advice she gave me on our call the other day was that like everyone's going through it. Everyone's routine is wonky right now, whether you notice it or not, whether it's a big change in routine or not. Kids are so sensitive to routine, and everyone is dealing with sleep issues, children and adults alike. So that made me feel better in and of itself. This is my first mommy confessional. Why won't my child nap anymore? And I think you will nap again. I don't think napping is over for us yet. You definitely need the sleep. Mama definitely needs that little break in the middle of the day to try and get stuff done in this quarantine season that we're in. So I'm not ready to let go of naps yet. And it doesn't look like she is either. If you guys like seeing this mommy confessional, this is something new that I'm trying on my channel, please give it a thumbs up. Please leave me a comment below letting me know. Words of encouragement on all of the different content I try on this channel are always greatly appreciated because I like to know which direction to go in to give you guys what you want to see week to week. It also just feels so cathartic for me to be able to vent about the challenges that I'm going through when I'm going through them. Hopefully what I'm learning along the way can help you in your own mommy challenges. So yeah, leave me a comment below. Make sure you're subscribed to my channel so you don't miss my next video. And I will see you guys next time. Mwah! Stay safe.